Welcome again to the Black Man Lab AfterFlow. This is Marty Modigan. I'm filling in for Brother Mowley Davis. He's out getting us some money for the Black Man Lab today. Got some brothers here, got a couple of panelists, and as well as one of our guys in the audience. So I want you guys to introduce yourselves, and then we'll get into it a little bit. So, brother, give an introduction of yourself to the audience.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Mac Curtis, and I was an audience member, man. The energy in that room is electric.
Awesome, great.
I'm an attorney, Melvin Burrow. I'm a CPA and an attorney. I was on the panelist today.
All right, thanks again, Melvin.
How you doing? I'm Ian Hicks. I'm a sophomore at Georgia Southern University. I study logistics and intermodal transportation, and I was a surprise panelist also today.
All right, good stuff. So, fellas, what I want to ask you to start out with is just kind of get your feel for what you thought about today's session and what you think about the Black Man Lab in general. So, give me a little feedback. I'll start with you.
Well, this isn't my first time being a part of Black Man Lab. This is my first time being a panelist, but I've been away for some time since I've been at school. I first started coming around June, around June, because Attorney Burrows told me about it one day. So me and my cousin just came, and it was a great experience, and I was coming repeatedly over the summer, and I got great connects, met great people, had good experiences every Monday and everything, and I just had things to do to fill my summer and just things to tell other people about. I invited a couple of my friends to come, but, some people didn't stick, but, I just stuck with it and everything, and I had a great time. And this is my first time being back since I've been from school.
Okay. Awesome. Attorney Burrows.
Yes, I've been attending on and off. I have another program that conflicts at the Shrine, the Just the Facts program, where we do some type of documentary of black folks who've made significant contributions to the diaspora. So we have documentaries that we do the first and third Mondays.
Okay.
But I was here in the opening and early on, and it's vital and it's necessary. We definitely need to change the trend of what's going on in most of our communities. Mm-hmm. Anything that's going to uplift the consciousness and make us move, and particularly when it comes to young brothers, I'm all for. I'm a member of Let Us Make Man and a few other organizations. So this is my thing, uplifting and spreading the information and the consciousness for young brothers.
Sure, yeah, and I think that specifically to what you're talking about is it's essential for our communities that the health of the Black Man Lab, and when I say health of the Black Man Lab and the health of black men is key to our communities getting to where they need to be and should be. All of those organizations that you're associated with have that kind of a effect, and we have to stick with that and keep moving forward with that. Mac, how about you, brother?
Okay, so I feel like this is my second Black Man's Lab, and this is like, to me, a lab test. That something that needs to be brought into every black community throughout America, because I come across many great black individuals all the time, and we have that empowering conversation, and after we depart, the energy just withers away. I feel like every time I come here, that energy that you feel in those conversations, it's momentum. It's like momentous, and it just gets you excited, and it make you literally, okay, I'm about to literally go do something.
Yeah.
As opposed to, ooh, I had that good feeling after that great conversation. No, I'm about to go get me my 501c3 and contribute to this great organization. What you guys doing here is amazing.
And it's interesting you say that. The Black Man Lab, the energy is what is hard to explain, right? What you just said right there, we know it. We can understand it because we've been in the room, right?
Yes.
But like if you're just on the street and you run into somebody and you try, hey, I need you to be at this place. It's hard to convey that, right?
Yes.
So until that and that's why every time we have people here, we say it's essential that you're bringing somebody else back with you as well. So appreciate your insight. Topic matter that we talked about, I think in our community is huge for a couple of reasons. So often we're not getting to the levels of education, number one, that we're capable of, but number two, that we want to get to because there's all these different roadblocks, right? There's roadblocks in our community. There's roadblocks in just knowing how to navigate. Yes. Let's talk about that a little bit. Attorney Burroughs, tell us your thought process behind that and what you think are kind of the keys to make that happen better in our community.
Well, the education system has obviously failed us. So the seed is not planted as early as it normally would have been. So back in the day, when we didn't have access to resources, now we have access to resources, and it seems like there's a very large gap today between accessing the resources and even wanting to be motivated, because most folks think that you go to college just to get a job. And like the program that I have Upson, we say you go to college to learn how to think,
sure,
and become a critical thinker. Yeah. And that's lacking, the critical thinking, the analytical thinking, the consciousness levels. And I think a lot of it has to do, and I don't want to crash the party, they took prayer out of the school, took the belt from the parents, and then they gave us rap. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
right. Not all rap. I'm just talking about the negative stuff.
Sure.
They've hijacked our music.
Yeah.
And I think that's a major impediment. Mm-hmm. And I've been on that bandwagon for the last few months, and how the music used to be so different 20, 30, 40 years ago, and now the transition, and we don't realize is what's happening. We've been lulled to sleep.
Sure.
And consequently, that's why you have this unconsciousness. That unconscious gap is laid out there. Nobody's looking for this type of.
I think that to your point, that becomes an impediment to what's available to us, right? Because your mind is stuck somewhere else, and you can't get to the information because the information that you're taking in is bad information, right? So, you have a unique perspective in that. Now, what year are you again in school?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so you're a sophomore, so you're relatively new to it. But talk about how you got there. That's something that's I think a lot of the young brothers need to hear.
Well, for me, like growing up where I'm from South Atlanta and Clayton County area, so our whole system as like in general is not, I wouldn't say the best. It's gotten better over years, but it used to be better when I was a kid from elementary school, had the best kind of system. But then like I transitioned and seen it going in a decline, and around 5th grade I left. My mom sent me to do you guys know where Liberty County is? Over in the coast. I used to live in Liberty County for 2 years. Then I came back and went to school in Fayette County for 3 years, and I graduated from Lovejoy High School, my final 3 years in high school. So just seeing from all those different areas and different elements, I gained different perspectives and met different people, all walks of life and everything, and that also just formed my vision and was able to help me shape my outlook on life and just help me converse and convey thoughts and everything. And also it's just like around that time of, I would say, 3rd or 4th grade, I felt myself actually going to decline, like not really caring about school or nothing no more. So it just like, I guess my best year in school actually like academic-wise was around 11th grade, because I actually had a little reason to probably try to go like hard with school or everything. I had a little motivation, something I was actually trying to do it for. So now it's just like, I can pretty much say, if I'm being honest, I've just been going through the motions all my years of life. I haven't really just been trying. It really hasn't been interesting to me. Nothing really just been like too much I really wanted to learn about in a way. So I just do the bare minimum, I guess, in a way. Or if I try, when I want to pass or something, it can happen. But it's nothing really too much. I really just put too much forth effort with school. But I have, and I've seen the outcome of it. So I could say,
I think to your point though, the one thing about school, and we touched a little bit on it on the panel. The thing about school and continuing on, there's different ways of doing it, right? So you could do your traditional school, like going to college. You could do a trade school, other or 2-year schools, whatever. The thing about school in general, though, is that it gives you that time and kind of a placeholder for you to figure out what's going to be of interest to you, right? Because here's the truth. The truth is that if you just come out of high school with no direction on what you want to do, and you don't go to any kind of school, or you don't have something specific that you're going to, it's not going to be good, right? We would all agree with that, right? So most likely. So behind that though, one of the things that we always talk about in Black Man Lab is habits, rituals, and disciplines that we do on a daily basis that help us to get to where we're trying to go, right? We're all about growth, right? Growth of our individual selves and growth of our communities. So I'm going to ask each of you guys, what are the habits, rituals, and disciplines that you do on a daily basis that you feel help you to grow, okay? I'll start with you, man. Go ahead.
So what I do, I always give thanks. And I always tell myself that it's not about me, it's about you, and you. Because I want to fill myself up with giving because I know it's going to come back to me.
Reciprocity.
And yes, reciprocity, most definitely. And I always say to young people who I come across, you can't miss a shot you don't take. You don't know what you know until you know it. If you don't got it, go make it happen by yourself. So I believe in this innate ability to conquer all. And I tell myself, ain't no such thing as a loss because I can tell the future and I won already.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Appreciate that.
Wow, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm ashamed to say.
Sorry. I am so sorry.
And he just
I'm a Bulls fan.
He
man,
just
so.
quoted Carmelo Anthony. You got to be kidding me. You can't miss a shot you didn't take.
Didn't take. Right.
Hey, he takes them all, right?
Hey, I'm a believer in that too on the court, so I ain't mad at it.
Well, one of the first things I do in the morning, I got to get centered. Before I talk to a human being, I need 20 minutes just to read something, get centered, get focused, and get clear before I start dealing with the world, you know. Then I try to also make it, every day I speak to somebody I love that's real important to me. And then in the end, by the end of the day, I would have helped somebody, even if it's by listening to somebody. And I have the community that I roll in. I do a lot of community service stuff. You know, I got the college prep, I got Serenity Club, I got a lot of different things that I'm a part of. So I get an opportunity to do that on a regular basis.
Awesome. Good stuff.
For me, well, like when I wake up, you know, I always just try to just thank God for another 24. But most of my days, like, it's just real random. Like pretty much every day, it's not really consistent. Just when I'm outside of class and everything, just like different things just tend to happen, just different random situations that I just like find myself in. But other than that, depending on my day, just like when I'm doing my work or anything, I try to just confine myself in my room, just like put all my phone and everything on Do Not Disturb, just do my work for a minute, set a little 30 minutes, just get my mind fresh, just look at what's going on social media, then just get right back to it. But other than that, probably just eat around the same times.
That's a discipline, man.
Yeah.
That's a discipline.
I know, like, other than that, like, before I go to bed, like, pretty much every day, every night, like, I kind of discipline myself to say my prayers or anything, even if it's just, like, the Lord's Prayer. If I'm not saying a long, I wouldn't say drawn out, but, like, just a long, thank you for this, thank you for that prayer. I still try to just pray every night and everything, just keep faith in everything and just be thankful for everything that I have. 'Cause I know things could be, like, so much worse, because I know there's people on the other side of the country or just on the other side of the world that it's just, like, wish they had them same problems that we had.
Sure. Yeah. Good stuff. So those are some great habits and rituals and disciplines. I love the reciprocity piece. I love, having some normal disciplines that you're doing on a daily basis. And I love the whole reaching out and being able to touch people, because, man, that stuff that's the biggest gift you can get, right?
Yes.
I try to tell that to my children, man. It's like, touch people, it'll come back to you. So, fellas, I appreciate your time. Thank you for spending time here in the AfterFlow. Thank you for your time in there. And good times, man. Appreciate y'all. Thanks so much.